let's turn from there to the big bright news of the day. There was a milestone achieved in India's vaccination drive against COVID-19. The nation crossed 100 crore vaccinations today. Typically, the Modi government was there with Band Baja Bharat. What does, though, a big billion mean? And how has India been able to achieve this feat? Take a look.
On Thursday morning, Arun Rai became a celebrity of sorts. The man from Varanasi got the dose that hurtled India into vaccine record books. At the Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, Rai was given the 1 billionth dose of the COVID vaccine, a milestone that took India just to 57 days since the drive began in January this year.
जब 70 करोड़ लोगों ने टीका लगवाया और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी द्वारा जागरूक किया जा रहा था, तो मेरे अंदर भी ये भावना आई और क्यों नहीं मुझे भी टीका लगवाना चाहिए। के बाद मैंने ये संकल्प लिया कि जब 100 करोड़वां टीका लगेगा तब मैं 99 करोड़ टीके के बाद।
The Prime Minister was at the hospital to witness history being made.
100 साल में आई सबसे बड़ी महामारी का मुकाबला करने के लिए देश के पास अब 100 करोड़ वैक्सीन डोज का मजबूत सुरक्षा कवच है।
India celebrated the landmark in a special way across the country, a feat achieved in the face of multiple challenges from vaccine shortage to vaccine hesitancy.
ये उपलब्धि देशवासियों की विश्वास की अनुभूति है। ये उपलब्धि आत्मनिर्भर भारत की दिवाली है।
It involved a battery of superhuman health workers, government employees and NGOs to give India a realistic shot at vaccinating every adult Indian by the year end. But the challenges are not yet over. Nearly 70% of adult population needs to be fully jabbed before the country can be anywhere near COVID safe. Children below 18, who account for 40% of the population, are yet to be vaccinated.
The immunization is not complete till both the doses have been given. With one dose, we reach a certain level of immunity. It is the second dose which exponentially raises the immunity level to the maximum possible immunity that the vaccine can give. So it is a half task done. About 10 crore individuals are due for their second dose as of now.
Behind me you will see Laksh Vishal to Uplabdhi Bemisal. It's a huge target, but if you achieve this target, the benefits are maximum, which is why an anthem for vaccination will also be launched that people will listen to, and perhaps if vaccine hesitancy is less, India will surely reach the target of vaccinating most people by the end of the year. With Anup in New Delhi, this is Milan Sharma reporting for India Today.
Okay, let me go to the person I believe is really the hero of the day. Adar Poonawalla of the Serum Institute of India joins me on this historic day. Adar, first of all, many congratulations to you, because in many ways for India to reach this milestone, Serum Institute, Covishield playing a major part. More than 85% of the doses of Covishield given through Serum Institute. Covishield is more than 85% of total doses. Did you think when you started off about 12 months ago that you would be such an important integral part of such a major milestone? 100 crore vaccines?
Yeah, thank you. But, I never dreamt that we would reach this milestone so fast. We have played a major role, but if it wasn't for the healthcare workers and Prime Minister Modi ji's leadership to get everything together, and the ministries and the government agencies who have helped us with permissions and licenses, all of this was unimaginable, a year ago or a year and a half ago when the pandemic started. And, the credit goes to everybody and our leader, of course, the PM for this. And, now we're in a very comfortable situation, especially when you look at the fact that in the second wave, when it hit us, there was a bit of a shortage, which then We also scaled up, and so many other Indian vaccine manufacturers have also scaled up. And today we're in a very comfortable position.
You know, you mentioned, Adar Poonawalla, the second wave. In many ways, was that the turning point? That period between April to May, when it appeared there was this shortage of oxygen, when it appeared that our vaccine drive was struggling, we had to stop exports, states were clamoring for vaccines. You were quoted as saying that you were being threatened to provide more vaccines at the time, you were under pressure. Was that the turning point, that April-May period, that eventually spurred us to where we are today in October?
You know, of course, the pressure was always there to perform with public scrutiny and expectations. And naturally, because, you know, at that time there was panic because there were so many cases. But if you remember, we had always said we make 100 million doses or in that ballpark per month. It is with the government support at that time that we came together and realized that we need to do perhaps twice that quantity, which nobody could ever imagine. And we began that journey at that time, as you rightly mentioned. And by August, September, we had already scaled up quite a bit compared to what we were giving. And now, as you know, in October, we're doing more than 220 million doses plus per month of deliveries in October. So yes, it was a turning point because we realized how serious it was and how desperate everyone was to get the vaccine, you know, as soon as possible. Of course, now that sort of mindset is reduced. India has turned the tide. We're in a much better situation in terms of oxygen, hospital beds, so many other things as well. And the cases are much lower. You know, from all angles, yes, that was a turning point.
May I look though at the case of Serum Institute, because it's remarkable how you were able to scale up where today, as you say, you can do 22 crore vaccines a month. I'm sure this will be the subject of some Harvard business study in the future. How were you, Adar Poonawalla, able to scale up so quickly? What did you do? What did Serum do really to take yourself to the next level?
Well, there were major sacrifices, both commercial and by way of commitments, where we had to stop other products, rejig facilities, order and get raw materials from people that we had never dealt with before because of the extra demand also of raw materials. You know, we had to install all this equipment also in record time. We flew some of it down. We bought equipment at a premium that was designed or was supposed to go elsewhere. You know, we did everything humanly possible to build extra facilities. We've got more than 4 facilities right now that are making Covishield. Of course, later on, we've got Covovax and Sputnik and Codagenix and other vaccines coming later. But then we prioritize the entire firepower on this. And yes, there will be case studies on this because we had to do this with very little information, don't forget, in 2020, when we didn't know if anything would work. We had not even standardized the process of manufacturing at that stage when we were tying up with partners. So, you know, there was a lot of calculation that we had to do as we were installing the capacities. And, you know, there is going to be a lot of minute detailing for this level of execution for anybody to do. And yes, we've done that quite well. We had a setback with the fire also in January, which set us back a little bit. But we got over all these challenges and you know, we've learned a lot of lessons along the way.
You know, in this journey, I'm asking you this because I remember in an interview to Washington Post earlier this year, you had revealed that you put $250 million of your family fortune into this project. Your father, Cyrus Poonawalla, known as the vaccine king of India, goes and tells you, look, it's your money. If you want to blow it up, fine. I presume today your father is proud of you, pats you on the back with, well done, you got this one right. When you signed up with AstraZeneca as part of a global consortium, was there a seed of doubt in your mind? Will this work or not?
Well, you know, we had to commit 100%. And yes, even my father is now happy and relaxed with the outcome. We've, of course, invested way more than 250 million as time went on. But of course, that happened as we were proving ourselves and getting a vaccine where we were seeing the results coming out also in the clinics in the later part of 2020, showing that it was effective, it is safe, and all of that. So, the risks sort of went down, but the investments had to keep going up. And that's where, I raised money from the Gates Foundation. We took advances from a lot of countries, which then we had to return some of that, when we said we need more time to supply. But that's what we're looking forward to now. That's the final frontier where we get back to vaccinating the rest of the world, especially the low and middle income countries where only 3% of Africa is vaccinated, because we need to be able to provide these $3 vaccines compared to what else is available to them. And they're really counting on us and on India to support them. So that's what we're looking to do now, and looking forward to that as slowly the exports open up.
Adar Poonawalla, at the moment about 30% of India's population is double dosed. So while today is a big milestone, there is still a way to go. Do you think that by the early quarter of next year, by the end of this year, we'll be actually in a position where we can claim to have double vaccinated every Indian? Can we really step up output over the next 3 to 4 months to reach where we want to really be?
I think so. And also don't forget the silver lining that even with one dose, you get a lot of protection. You get almost a 90% protection against hospitalizations and general 60% efficacy. And then with 2 doses, that goes up significantly higher as well. So the fact that we've at least vaccinated with 1 dose, we're far better prepared for a third wave. God forbid it comes. It will never be as severe in terms of deaths and hospitalizations as we had to face, earlier on in this year. So that's the silver lining. To when exactly we'll vaccinate everyone with 2 doses, it also depends not just on the vaccine supply, but on the willingness and eagerness that people, citizens of this country have to come forward. The government is doing a great job trying to get people to get vaccinated. But if people are not willing, you're not going to see, because, don't forget that the panic and the kind of mindset today, we're in a far more relaxed and comfortable state compared to what we were in April, May, with the disease, raging through the country. So, again, people have to come forward if we're to complete this mission and vision of the Prime Minister.
Well, at the moment, all I can say is what I said at the outset. You are today's man of the match. You are the one who's really driven in many ways India to this 100 crore milestone. So many congratulations to Adar Poonawalla, to you and your entire team at Serum Institute.